Stop right there. If you are a high earner, if you are making good money, if you're looking at your tax bill and feeling that gut-wrenching dread, then this video isn't just important, it's absolutely critical for your financial future. We're talking about the Backdoor Roth IRA for 2026, and trust me, the stakes are higher than ever. I know that feeling, that sting of working incredibly hard, climbing the ladder, achieving success, only to feel like the tax man is constantly nipping at your heels, taking a bigger and bigger bite out of your hard-earned dollars. You've heard about the magic of a Roth IRA, right? That incredible ability to grow your investments completely tax-free, and then, in retirement, pull out every single penny without owing a dime to the IRS. It's the holy grail of retirement savings, a true game-changer for long-term wealth building. But here's the reality. If you're a high earner, if your income, your adjusted gross income, pushes past a certain limit, the IRS essentially says, sorry, you're too successful for our direct Roth party. You're locked out. You can't contribute directly to a Roth IRA. And I know that feeling of frustration of seeing everyone else, perhaps those just starting out or earning a bit less, getting to enjoy those incredible Roth benefits, while you, the diligent, high-achieving individual, are left out in the cold. It feels unfair, doesn't it? It feels like a penalty for your success. But what if I told you there's a perfectly legal IRS-approved maneuver, a strategic financial dance, that allows you to bypass those income limits altogether? This isn't some shady offshore account. This is the Backdoor Roth IRA, and in 2026, it's more vital than ever for high earners like you to understand, to implement, and to master. I want to save you from this nightmare of thinking you're forever excluded from the Roth universe. Let me explain why this matters so profoundly. The Backdoor Roth IRA is a two-step process, deceptively simple on the surface, but with critical nuances that, if misunderstood, can turn your brilliant tax-saving strategy into a tax nightmare. Step 1. You contribute money, after-tax money, to a traditional IRA. Now, for most high earners, because you're likely covered by a workplace retirement plan like a 401k or a 403b, and your income is above certain thresholds, your contributions to a traditional IRA are not tax-deductible. And this is key. This is the foundation upon which the entire Backdoor Roth strategy is built. You are intentionally making a non-deductible contribution. Imagine you're a seasoned software architect, let's say in your early 40s, pulling in a fantastic salary of $300,000 a year. You've been diligently maxing out your 401k for years, you know about Roths, you crave that tax-free growth, but you've always believed you were simply too successful to contribute. You'd open a traditional IRA, contribute the maximum allowed for 2026. Let's assume for the sake of this example it's around $7,000, maybe $8,000 if you're 50 or older, though the exact 2026 limits will be released later. The crucial part here is that when tax season rolls around, you do not deduct this contribution on your taxes. If you deduct it, you've completely undermined the strategy, and you'll face a taxable event later that you didn't anticipate. This is where people get tripped up, and I want to save you from this nightmare of accidentally deducting a non-deductible contribution. It sounds counterintuitive to intentionally not take a deduction, but trust me, it's all part of the master plan. Step 2. You convert that traditional IRA money to a Roth IRA. This is where the magic happens. Shortly after you make that non-deductible contribution to your traditional IRA, typically within a day or two, you instruct your brokerage to convert that money from the traditional IRA account into your Roth IRA account. Because you put after-tax money into the traditional IRA in the first place, when you convert it to a Roth, there's generally no tax due on the conversion itself. You've essentially funneled your after-tax money through the back door of the traditional IRA and into the Roth IRA, where it can now grow completely tax-free for the rest of your life. This is the beauty of it. This is the reason high earners get so excited. You're effectively bypassing the direct income limits and gaining access to the immense power of tax-free growth and withdrawals. But stop right there. This is where the biggest landmine lies, the one mistake that can turn your brilliant tax-saving strategy into a tax nightmare. We need to talk about the dreaded Pro-Rata Rule. This rule is the boogeyman of backdoor Roth conversions, and if you don't understand it, you're in for a world of pain. Here's how it works. The IRS, in their infinite wisdom, doesn't care if you have multiple traditional IRA accounts. They treat all of your traditional IRAs, that includes SEP IRAs, simple IRAs, and any old 401k or 403b plans you might have rolled over into an IRA as one giant aggregated pool of money for tax purposes. This is called the IRA aggregation rule. Now, if that aggregated pool of traditional IRA money contains any pre-tax dollars, meaning money that you did deduct when you contributed it or money that grew tax-deferred, then when you do your backdoor Roth conversion, a portion of that conversion will be considered taxable. Let me break that down with an example. Imagine our software architect friend who just contributed $7,000 of after-tax money to a new traditional IRA for a backdoor Roth. But let's say 10 years ago, when they left a previous job, they rolled over an old 401k worth $93,000 into a traditional IRA. Now, in the eyes of the IRS, our friend has $7,000 of after-tax money and $93,000 of pre-tax money in their total traditional IRA bucket, making a total of $100,000. If they convert just that 7,000s, the IRS will say, hold on, only 7% of your total IRA assets are after-tax 7,000, 100,000. So only 7% of your $7,000 conversion is tax-free. The other 93% is taxable. Suddenly, that $7,000 conversion results in $6,510 of taxable income, completely defeating the purpose of the backdoor Roth and creating an unexpected tax bill. I want to save you from this nightmare! This is not theoretical. This happens to people every single day because they don't understand the Pro-Rata Rule. So, what's the solution to this Pro-Rata problem? The urgency comes in here and you need to clear the decks. If you have existing pre-tax traditional IRA money, your best bet is often to roll that money into a current employer-sponsored retirement plan like a 401k or a 403b if your plan allows it. This is often called a reverse rollover. By moving those pre-tax dollars out of any traditional IRA, you effectively zero out your pre-tax IRA balance, leaving only the after-tax contribution you just made for your backdoor Roth. Once your traditional IRA balance is effectively zero or only contains after-tax money, you are free and clear to perform the backdoor Roth conversion without triggering the Pro-Rata Rule. This step of clearing out existing pre-tax traditional IRA money is absolutely non-negotiable for high earners who want to successfully execute a backdoor Roth without a tax headache. Now, why is 2026 specifically so important, so urgent? Every year there's talk. Every year financial pundits speculate. Could this perfectly legal strategy be shut down? For years, politicians have eyed the backdoor Roth as a potential target for revenue generation or perceived fairness adjustments. While it's been around for years and has survived previous legislative attempts to close it, the political winds can shift. 2026 is still before any potential major legislative changes that could impact this strategy. This makes it a golden window, a precious opportunity to lock in these incredible tax advantages before any doors potentially close. The sooner you start, the more years of tax-free growth you lock in. That's not just money, that's financial freedom compounding over decades. Think about it. We're in a period of relatively lower tax rates compared to historical averages. What if tax rates go up in 10, 20, 30 years when you're ready to retire? Locking in tax-free growth now is a massive hedge against future uncertainty. It's about planting the seeds of your financial future today, knowing they'll blossom into a harvest untouched by future tax hikes. I know this sounds complex. Your brain might be screaming, "This is too much! I'm going to mess this up!" But I promise you, with a little understanding and careful execution, it's straightforward. Let me address some more common mistakes I want to save you from. The first, and almost as critical as the Pro-Rata Rule, is forgetting to file Form 8606 with your tax return. This form is your official proof to the IRS that you made a non-deductible contribution to a traditional IRA. Without it, the IRS has no record of your after-tax basis. When you eventually withdraw money or convert it, they'll assume all of it was pre-tax and therefore taxable. This is not a drill. Many people correctly do the conversion but then completely forget this crucial piece of paperwork, leading to double taxation down the line. It's a silent killer of backdoor Roth strategies, and I want to save you from this nightmare of an unexpected tax bill years later. Another common mistake is delaying. The biggest mistake isn't doing it wrong, it's not doing it at all. Every year you wait is a year of lost tax-free growth, a year where your money could have been compounding exponentially, shielding itself from future tax burdens. Procrastination here is literally costing you tens, even hundreds of thousands of dollars over your lifetime. This is urgent. This is important. Let's look at some specific scenarios, because this strategy applies differently depending on where you are in your financial journey. First, the young professional or new high earner. You just got that big promotion, your salary jumped, you're feeling great, but you're also seeing your tax bracket climb. You're probably maxing out your 401k, but you feel like you need more tax advantage space. This is your golden opportunity. You likely don't have existing traditional IRA balances, which means the Pro-Rata Rule isn't an issue for you right now. You can start building a massive tax-free nest egg from the very beginning of your high-earning career. Imagine starting this in your late 20s or early 30s. By the time you reach retirement, that Roth IRA could be a seven-figure sum, all tax-free. That's not just money, that's generational wealth. Next, the mid-career professional who has existing traditional IRAs. This is where the Pro-Rata Rule becomes a very real concern. You've been diligent, you've rolled over old 401ks into traditional IRAs over the years, and now you're thinking, Oh no, the pro-rata rule. Am I screwed? Not necessarily. This is where the reverse rollover or clearing the deck strategy becomes vital. You need to investigate if your current employer's 401k or 403b plan accepts rollovers of pre-tax IRA money. Many do. If yours does, you can roll those existing pre-tax traditional IRA balances into your active 401k. This effectively empties your traditional IRA bucket of pre-tax money, allowing you to proceed with the backdoor Roth conversion cleanly. This takes a little planning, a little paperwork, but it is absolutely worth it to unlock the Roth potential. This isn't just about avoiding a tax penalty. It's about strategically positioning your entire retirement portfolio. Then there's the freelancer or small business owner. Just show high fire. You have more control over your retirement plans, perhaps a SEP IRA or a solo 401k. The pro-rata rule applies to all non-Roth IRAs, including SEP and simple IRAs. So if you have a substantial balance in a SEP IRA, you'll face the same pro-rata challenge. However, a solo 401k can be a massive advantage here. If you're contributing to a solo 401k, you might be able to roll your SEP IRA into your solo 401k, clearing out your IRA balances and paving the way for a clean, backdoor Roth conversion. This requires careful consideration and understanding of your specific plan documents, but for the self-employed, it's a powerful tool to maximize tax-free growth. Finally, for pre-retirees or those nearing retirement, you might be thinking, is it too late for me? I'm only a few years from retirement. Absolutely not. Even a few years of tax-free growth can be incredibly powerful, especially when you consider future required minimum distributions, or RMDs. Roth IRAs have no RMDs for the original owner, meaning you never have to take money out if you don't want to. It can continue to grow, tax-free, for your entire life, and then pass to your heirs. Imagine having a significant chunk of your retirement savings completely immune to RMDs, giving you ultimate control over your income streams in retirement. This provides unparalleled flexibility and tax planning opportunities that can save you a fortune in your golden years. Let's really dig into the why behind all this effort. Why go through these steps? First and foremost, tax-free growth and withdrawals. This is the core benefit. Imagine taking out hundreds of thousands, even millions in retirement, and the IRS gets zero of it. That's the dream. That's true financial freedom. Every dollar you put in via the backdoor Roth is a dollar that will compound year after year, never to be taxed again, provided you meet the simple Roth withdrawal rules in retirement. No capital gains tax, no income tax on distributions. It's incredibly powerful. Second, flexibility. Beyond no RMDs for the original owner, Roth IRAs also allow you to withdraw your contributions tax and penalty-free at any time for any reason. While it's best to leave the money to grow, this offers an emergency valve that traditional pre-tax accounts don't. You control when you take your money. It's your legacy. Third, estate planning. A Roth IRA can be passed to your heirs completely tax-free. Imagine leaving a truly tax-advantaged inheritance, a gift that keeps on giving without the burden of future tax liabilities for your loved ones. This is a powerful tool for intergenerational wealth transfer. Fourth, tax diversification. This is a concept often overlooked but vitally important. It's not about avoiding all taxes today. It's about having options in retirement. You don't know what future tax rates will be. You don't know what your income will look like in retirement. Having both pre-tax buckets, like your 401k, where you pay taxes in retirement, and post-tax buckets, like your Roth IRA, where you pay no taxes in retirement, gives you immense power and flexibility to manage your tax bill in retirement. When tax rates are high, you can pull from your Roth. When they're low, you can pull from your pre-tax accounts. This flexibility is invaluable. So, what do you need to do right now? This isn't just theory. This is actionable advice. 1. Check your income for 2026. Understand if you're going to be above the direct Roth IRA contribution limits. For most high earners watching this, the answer will be a resounding yes. 2. Check for existing traditional IRA balances. This is crucial. Log into all your brokerage accounts. Look for any traditional IRAs, SEP IRAs, simple IRAs, or any old 401k rollovers. Identify if these contain pre-tax money. This is the pro-rata rule check. If you have pre-tax money, start investigating if your current 401k or 403b plan allows for a reverse rollover. Contact your HR department or plan administrator immediately. 3. Open a traditional IRA if you don't have one and a Roth IRA if you don't have one. You'll need both to execute the strategy. Most major brokerages like Fidelity, Vanguard, or Schwab make this very easy. 4. Make the non-deductible contribution to your traditional IRA. Do this early in the year, as soon as you can. For 2026, you can typically contribute up until the tax filing deadline of April 15, 2027 for the 2026 tax year, but don't wait that long. 5. Convert immediately. As soon as the funds settle in your traditional IRA, initiate the conversion to your Roth IRA. Don't let the money sit and accrue earnings in the traditional IRA, as those earnings would be taxable upon conversion. Convert as quickly as possible. 6. File Form 8606. When you do your taxes for 2026, ensure you or your tax preparer file Form 8606 non-deductible IRAs. This is your golden ticket, your proof to the IRS. Do not forget this. 7. Consider professional advice. While I'm giving you urgent, valuable advice, this isn't personalized financial or tax advice. Always consult a qualified financial advisor or a tax professional who understands your specific situation. They can help you navigate the nuances, especially if you have complex IRA holdings or specific tax considerations. This isn't just about saving a few bucks on taxes. This is about taking control, about securing your future, about building a legacy of financial freedom that is insulated from future tax policy changes, from market volatility, from the uncertainties of tomorrow. The Backdoor Roth IRA isn't a trick. It's a perfectly legal, powerful tool, and 2026 is your year to wield it. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. Your future self, your wealthier, more financially secure future self, will thank you profoundly for taking action today. Now go out there and make it happen.